Okay, Aquarius, this is just a reading for you for the month of June 2023. So I just pulled out a few of the main cards here, and then I will read the clarifiers following that. So the main cards out here is, of course, the Three of Wands. So in my mind, just in an overall general sense, what I'm seeing here is a lot of cards that indicate that there's a lot of wish fulfillment or overall family happiness, or at least you are deeper connected to that family unit, deeper connected possibly even just to a love interest of some sort. Something emotionally is deepening for you in the month of June. The Three of Wands is a card of, sort of being at the front step of a new adventure. So this is something I feel like the Three of Wands would be a card where you've already sort of moved through something to a certain extent. So you've already gone through that initial stage of something and then you've moved it ahead. And the Three of Wands is really that stage of really developing it beyond just those initial explorations. So again, it would be growing something collaboratively, possibly, but I would say for sure growing something, and it looks like you have a lot of ambition and motivation to get something done. This would be including all of the things that revolve around taking action on a project, working through the details. It's anything that is going to refine that plan to move it ahead. So that's where I see things starting out for you in the month of June. So it's expansion period. Wands are all about a lot of action here too. And because you've got all the cards in a very strong balance, with the Queen of Cups, that emotional balance is there as well, really drawing on your intuition to see something through with the 10, because this is a transition. This is some kind of a renewal that you're moving into as far as a new cycle goes anyway. I feel like whatever this transition is, I don't want to say it's just a new beginning. You're not quite in that energy yet, but it is a reason for you to be optimistic. And there is definitely wish fulfillment that is promised here on this path. The only other cards here that I do see that there's a little bit of maybe second guessing yourself, or not really quite in the energy of feeling like something is flourishing, because you're kind of working through something here with the moon. The moon is that card of, something kind of hanging over the project or hanging over the relationship, something that still has to be addressed, something that's not really dealt with because there's either a certain level of uncertainty or something along that line. You are still being called to work through it in an optimistic way, but you are working through something subconsciously that's kind of gnawing at you here. So this is something where, a wish is coming true, but you're not really seeing that wish in the way that it is manifesting. There's something here that has you feeling like you can't trust the path, you can't trust the person, you can't trust yourself, your emotions, your intuition, anything along that line. But it is some kind of sabotage of some sort. It could be self-sabotage, as I said, but there is definitely a sense that you are looking at something, I don't want to say from an unrealistic point of view, but I will say from a point of view that is dampening the joy out of the situation. Because the moon is only really partly reflecting sort of the truth or the reality of a situation. The sun in itself, though, of course, is the reverse of that. It is optimistic. It is definitely bringing a lot of light to a situation. And that may be where things are for you in the month of June, is that you are really getting clear on something that you were deeply trying to sort of detoxify or cleanse yourself from, so that you were able to move into this, building supportive kind of energy here. I do see, there could be a younger person that's involved here, or a relationship where somebody is willing to connect very strongly with you, because the knight is somebody who's gifting you, some of the heart, some way that they're expressing themselves, to you, that is something that you're desiring, something that you want or have wanted, because it is going to it's achieving some sense of emotional balance for you, and certainly it is wish fulfillment. So it's something that you are hoping for or have hoped for. Um, Again, I mean, a lot of this really feels like it could be Leo energy here as well with that Sun card, but it definitely is kind of accepting something, within yourself, I would say, with the Sun and the Moon card. It definitely sort of speaks to, money that is increasing 100% here in June. So there's some path that you're on that is going to bring this about. Right now, this is the main energies out, though, that you're growing something, you're expanding it. You're feeling really optimistic about it, even though there's some reserve further out here. And you are on that path to wish fulfillment where somebody is going to offer their heart to you. And again, there is something that's really balancing you forward here that is bringing about a certain level of emotional balance due to finances being righted in some way or solid in some way. So again, this is, really a place where it's not really, I mean, it could be, like I say, family or something where it feels like family, that kind of thing that is in around this wish fulfillment. There's definitely really close relationship of some sort, and it definitely feels like it's in around your home base, on some other level here. But there is something, like I said, that you are not quite sure of about the relationship or about something regarding this wish fulfillment. So again, I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole, as they say, but it certainly does speak to you moving into a place where you're finally feeling like you have some kind of closure toward the next stage of your life in some area here. Again, whatever this wish fulfillment is for you, something in June is, and it does feel like it involves a younger person, could be a child here as well, or something that's being offered to you, like I said, that does speak to having a certain level of um, a fair amount of money that's attached to it and a fair amount of happiness that's attached to it. And definitely the queens are all about that level of competency, somebody who knows how to use their resources and to center themselves and all of those things in any kind of crisis. So Queen of Cups is definitely somebody who I feel is more receptive. The kings, I feel, are much more in that tangible energy, whereas the queens are sort of pooling all of the resources that they need to sort of bring about, strong intuition. And there's a lot of chemistry here, I would say, in some area here emotionally as well. For those that this resonates for, it's not going to speak to everybody. But Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for sure is very present here. But there's great personal growth, I would say, in the month of June for you. Like I said, I feel you're much more comfortable with yourself. Very strong intuition coming in at this time. And you definitely, in a place where, like I said, something is flowing in terms of a dream where you're actually finding that there is something that's up ahead here. You're not quite in that energy yet with the Ten of Pentacles, but it's either some kind of inheritance or, some kind of additional wealth, something. There's an established energy here is what I would say. And you are seeing some element of that in the month of June. So something about this door opening here in the month of June is letting you know you've got something like job security here, that you have a rich emotional bond with somebody. Like whatever that wish fulfillment was for you, it's coming through here in the month of June. So again, I just feel like there's material prosperity or job security for whoever this resonates for. There's a certain sense of permanence in a relationship, in a connection, in your finances. There's stability in that connection as well. But it also speaks to, empowerment in your level of desire. You feel stronger emotionally and more balanced because of all this strong connected energy here. So I'll just kind of recap it again. I mean, the Three of Wands is definitely something you're taking charge of your life in some way regarding some kind of ambition and really growing things. Very enterprising energy here. Again, King of Wands, I feel like this is somebody who likes to take charge of things and be put into a place of strong you know, notoriety, or at least has some level of attention drawn to them. I feel like this is somebody who has the ability, if not already is, in some kind of enterprising activity, entrepreneurial or otherwise, but definitely somebody who likes to take charge and really motivated, straight energy is what I see there. And has a vision. You know, this is King of Wands, is somebody who's got a vision and they know where they're headed. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius also present here, but there's also a lot of stability in these passions and in this wish fulfillment. So really good path for you to be on. And again, even with the King of Wands, even though I don't see a lot of group activity or anything like that, this is somebody who's really group motivated or oriented, because they are self-starter and they don't mind operating alone, but they are certainly more than willing to put themselves out there, involve things on a public level, or promote something. Maybe quick, quick to anger, that kind of thing as well, because but I don't see any real dominating cards here, so I don't feel like that's really where we're headed with this. But definitely in terms of feelings, you know, a very passionate, fiery kind of person, but also very protective and inspiring when you're around them. Again, lots of energy. So I feel this is you at this time. So that's what I have for you. And like I said, over the course of June, I feel like you've got a wish fulfillment coming through. You're much more optimistic. I feel like you're overcoming whatever this little negative cycle here was with the moon, dealing with the subconscious, or dealing with some area of your life that you weren't really quite sure about. Again, it feels like it was more of a personal thing, not something that's external to you, because a lot of this is emotional. Emotion, strong throughout the month of June. Motion and ambition, drive to move something ahead, very strongly. And again, deepening your connection, or deepening your bond with family, or those that you consider family, your support network for sure, but your stability is kind of all entwined with this wish fulfillment as well. And again, whoever this person is here, definitely is playing a very strong role here with the Knight of Cups. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight. I'll do some other reads here further out as to what might be some of the blockages and so on, but we'll leave it at this for the moment. Keep moving forward. Never give up.